Yo, what's up guys, it's Fernando aka the Boy Fur, and today's video we're gonna be talking about how I ended up in jail and I got arrested in Isla Vista. And I actually ended up in the drunk tank. It was like a complete AO, like not even worth it at all, but shit happens, you know, when you're drunk, so whatever. So it was a Friday night, I guess, and it was me and all my friends, right? We were just all drinking, we're like on the vibing, we're gonna go turn up. And in Isla Vista, like it's UCSB students and CC students, and there's a street in Isla Vista called Del Playa, and the whole street is just like everyone turns up, drank, right? Everyone's like messed up, ready to party, like in both sides of the street. Like you can, like there's parties, and like if you're invited you can go into them and shit, right? And then we're walking on the street, and then some people just try starting problems with me and my group of friends or whatever. And knowing me, when I'm drunk, I get rowdy as hell. So my friend Will was with me, and we're like, oh hell no, like we're not gonna let no one talk shit, which is like, now that we think of it, we should have, because it was not worth it at all. Like fuck that. So then I guess they just started like throwing shit at us, and we just started walking up to each other, and then we just fucking got down right there. We just fought, and we're just like, bah, 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 bah. Moral of the story, we fucking fought for like 10 minutes straight. No, not like 10 minutes straight, I'm over exaggerating. We fought for like 3 minutes straight, and then the cops fucking came out of nowhere, just drove the fucking car, and there's like 5 cops jumped out, right? And we're like, fuck, we saw them, and we just run. We started running. It was me, and it was like a whole group that started running, but me and my friend Will were like the ones that were mainly involved. So we were like, fuck, let's go. And then while we were running, bruh, right when we saw them, we started running. And I got tackled by a fucking guy cop, and my boy Will, he was running, he got further away from me because he was a little bit more distance than me, and he ended up getting tackled by a girl in the field, a girl cop, which is hilarious, right? So we got caught, and then we go to the, they take us to the car or whatever, and mind us, we're drunk as hell, right? So we're not gonna be like, we're not gonna let them take us in peace. So we fucking go, and we're just going crazy, just cussing the cops out, just like, we were in the back of the seat, and like, we're arrested already, and they're like, just shut the fuck up, and we're like, no. It was not even like, the night was still early, it wasn't even probably like 11:30, it was like 11. And we fucking go, and it was just like bad, like so bad. We're like, just let us out, which obviously they were not gonna let us out, right? So we fucking go, they take us to like the jail or whatever, and we're waiting inside the car in the big ass room, like while they were gonna put us in. For a while, we're still in the car. Mind us, the car was off, no AC, no nothing. It was fucking hot as hell. And we're there for like 30 minutes in the car, and we're yelling out like, turn on the AC, turn on the AC in here. They weren't gonna hear us, but luckily the girl, female cop, she did hear us, and she was being actually pretty nice, and she was like, all right, I'll turn it on. So she turned it on. We're like, all right, hell yeah. But then we were like still drunk. I wasn't blacked out, I wasn't at all, my boy was, and it was just bad. And then then we go inside, right? They walk us inside, they book us in or whatever, and then they put us in the drunk tank. And the drunk tank, if you don't know, it's like a big ass room. Like when you first walk into a jail, it's like a big ass room, not even that big, and like you go in there, like if you're drunk as fuck, or you get in a fight or whatever, or you're just like homeless, and they just get you on the street, and they just put you in there, and you stay for like 12 to 14 hours in there. And usually it's just 12, so we're in there, right? And it's like an hour already. And then like when we walk in, the whole night before that, we were looking for my friend Tay. And when we walked into when they put us in the drunk tank, like right in the room, right, he was in there sleeping. So it was like, oh shit, like we found our friend. Like it was hella funny. And then we fucking, so like we're in there already, right? And like everyone's like, there's hella homeless people, there's hella people there, and I'm just like, oh hell no, like this shit stinks. Like I'm not even gonna eat the sandwiches they gave us, because they tried to give us some sandwiches, but I'm like, hell no. Like it was so bad, it was hot, I didn't want to touch nothing. Like I was just cuffed for so long, I was just irritated as hell. So then while we're in there, I was just like yelling. There was like there's a camera on the corner of the room, right? And I guess it's supposed to watch everything, and there's like a little button, like if you press like a button, like the cop or whatever is supposed to come and like see what the fuck you need. And we kept pressing it, because after a while, I was there for like so long, I'm like, I need to know what the fuck is going on, like when I'm gonna get out, right? And shit didn't work, so I just started flipping out the camera on the corner, and I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. And I guess I was like hitting the door or whatever, kicking the door and shit. And then like 20-30 minutes later, some cop came, and he goes all crazy, and he goes, I fucking heard what you were doing in there, yelling at the camera. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even, like, obviously I didn't think it was gonna work, but obviously you're in a jail, so the camera is gonna fucking work, right? So so they got me and they fucking put cuffs on me again, make me sign a paper, right? And they took me to around the corner and he goes, you think I'm playing? You think I'm playing? I'm gonna take it where everyone else is. So they fucking booked me again, but they booked me this time where everybody's at. So they took me to the back, and like there was like hella people like that were in jail already for like a year or whatever, and they put me like in a jail cell, like just my own one, and it was just like people like all around me, and it was like not scary, but it was just, yeah, it was pretty scary, not gonna lie, because there was grown ass people and shit, and like people that did actually crimes and shit. And then some guy across me, he was like, what did you do? And I'm like, oh, I just fucking fought, like I'm just trying to get out of here. And he was like giving me a lecture, and he was hella cool though. He's like, oh yeah, I'm in here for another year though, it's cool. And I'm just like, what the hell? I was like, but it was funny as fuck. I was just like, fuck. And then I had a hella go pee hella bad in there, and like the cell they put me in, it didn't have a restroom. It was just like a fucking room where everybody was at, and like the ones across from me, they like, it was like normal, it was normal jail cells. So like I was like not banging on it, but like I was just like waving one, I was flagging like one of the guards down that was walking, and I'm like, dude, like I need to take a piss, like I'm about to take a piss in this corner. And he finally let me out, right? And he took me like across to another room, left me there for like 10 minutes, then put me back in the cell after I was done using the restroom. And there was a guy next to me, he was off like acid and shit, but like it had to be more. He probably would candy flip or did something, or did some like coke, some meth or some shit. He was fucking going hysterical in there, just going crazy, like, and the guys across were like older guys that were just laughing at him. But it was fucking scary because I didn't know what the fuck he was saying. He looked like he was possessed, like he sounded like he was like some demon ass shit he was saying. I'm just like, oh fuck this. And mind me, all my friends that were in the other side, like in the original drunk tank, they were already like blacked out. I was not blacked out at this moment. I was going to this party to get blacked out, you know, and just turn up. I went to this party drunk, but by this time that they sent me to the back room, I'm not drunk at all. So I'm just like, dude, like I can't go to sleep, I can't do nothing. So I was in that room in the back for like 3 hours, and then I was like, fuck, like I'm trying to get out. And then I was like, can I just go to the back to the regular cell where all my friends are? And he was like, all right, are you gonna behave? Are you gonna behave? And I'm like, yeah, just like let me go back, right? And like he finally let me go back, and then it was like 7 hours were in there, and I was just like, fuck, I did not sleep 1 minute. It was horrible, like it was so bad, like shit was stinking. There was a guy in there just all fucking methed out and shit, just throwing up all over the place. I'm just like, dude, like I'm irritated. I was just like, I'm trying to get out. And then we were there, we ended up being there for 14 hours when the paperwork said 12 hours, and it was just a hassle. It was sucked so bad. But it's not even fucking worth getting in a fight when you're drunk, and like, so you have to go to the drunk tank because you're gonna have to pay a fucking shit ton of fines. I had to pay like a $407 ticket. Mind you, I had to pay like $300 extra so I can do, because they wrote on this piece of paper that I had to do 12 classes of anger management, which I still haven't done. But I had to pay that already, so I paid that, which is $300, and it's like online or you go. And yeah, so it's like a total of like $700 to $800 you're gonna have to pay. So don't fucking do that. That shit is not worth it. But yeah, I got arrested and it was horrible. That was my first time getting arrested, getting booked and being in the jail for that long. It was not even worth it at all. Like, I would not recommend like trying to get arrested, but shit, if you do, just you do, you feel me? Like I had no intentions of getting arrested. It was bad, you know? And then after I had to go home, I ate. I didn't eat a food, like they kept telling me like eat like my boys after sending me there, and I'm like, I'm not eating a motherfucking sandwich from this place. I didn't even use a restroom in there. Like number two, I took a piss, but I was not about to take a shit in there. I was like, hell nah. So I got there and then ate, and then what do you think I did after? I drank. But yeah, that's how I got arrested, and it was many. It's not even worth that shit. You can tell all my friends it's not worth it, but yeah, that's my first experience with that, and I will have more story times. I will have some actually very good stories to tell you guys, and I'm gonna start posting 2 times a week. So if you guys like this, like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. Peace.